Superman Shaquille O'Neal is a Hall of Fame NBA player who won 4 championships, 3 Finals MVPs, 2 scoring titles, and 1 regular season MVP award. He's also had the opportunity to play with 12 different All-Star players during his 19-season career. In this video, I'm going to rank all of Shaq's All-Stars from worst to best, but I do need to set up a few rules. Firstly, I'm only counting players who were designated All-Stars while playing alongside Shaq. For example, guys like Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Antawn Jamison did indeed play with Shaq on the Cavs, but they were both past their primes and did not make the 2010 All-Star team, so they won't count, and players like them also won't count. In fact, let me list off the players who will count in chronological order when they first made an All-Star team while playing alongside Shaq on their squad. The chronological order goes: Penny Hardaway in 1995, Eddie Jones in 1997, Kobe Bryant in 1998, Nick Van Exel in 1998, Dwyane Wade in 2005, Amari Stottemeyer in 2008, Steve Nash in 2008, LeBron James in 2010, Ray Allen in 2011, Kevin Garnett in 2011, Paul Pierce in 2011, and Rajon Rondo in 2011. The second rule is how I'm going to rank the players. I will only factor their talent level while they were with Shaq. So LeBron will be his pre-champ Cavs LeBron, and Kevin Garnett is the older but still All-Star Kevin, but not necessarily MVP Kevin. After that main ranking, I will quickly rank all the players as if they were in their absolute primes as well. Without further ado, let's rebound onto that ranking. Coming in 12th place, we have Nick Van Exel. Nick the Quick is actually a really underrated player. If this list wasn't overpopulated with all-time Hall of Fame level legends, he may have ranked higher on other lists. He is a one-time All-Star, and you can argue his better seasons were in Denver, where he averaged over 17 points per game, and his solo Laker All-Star season, he averaged roughly 13.8 points per game, and was clearly the third best option behind Shaq and Kobe. Nick at Night did play 5 seasons with the Lakers, averaging almost 15 points per game in total. In 11th place, we have Eddie Jones. Eddie is a 3-time All-Star, twice for the Lakers, and once for the Hornets. He made 1 All-Star team while playing alongside Shaq. In Eddie's best season, he averaged over 20 points per game, but in his Shaq-Laker All-Star season, he averaged over 17 points per game. I have Eddie ranked ahead of Nick thanks to his defense as well. EJ is a 3-time All-Defensive Player and a 1999 Steals champ. Now I have Eddie lower than everyone else because Shaq only played with a young Eddie, and I don't think Eddie is a franchise player. He's an All-Star for sure, but there's just too much competition going forward. In 10th place is Rajon Rondo. Rondo played with Shaq in 2011, during Shaq's last season. This was Rondo's second All-Star season. Rondo is a 4-time All-Star in total. He's also got quite the resume. He's a 4-time All-Defensive Player, 3-time assist champ, 2-time NBA champ, All-NBA player, and a steals champ. While Rondo isn't much of a scorer, he's consistently averaged over 10 points per game throughout his career and almost 14 points per game in his best scoring seasons. Landing in 9th place, we have Ray Allen. Had Shaq played with prime Ray Allen, he would have ranked higher on this list, and likely will rank higher in the pure prime order after this main ranking. In 2011, when Ray was 35 years old, he still averaged an impressive 16.5 points per game. Ray himself also has quite the resume, as he is a 10-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA player, Hall of Fame player, and 2-time champ. In 8th place, we have Paul Pierce. And this is a really close call between Paul and Amari Stottemeyer. Now, I will say that in a pure prime ranking, Paul will easily go above Amari, but Shaq played with a 33-year-old Paul Pierce, who was still an All-Star but past his prime, whereas Shaq was playing with a peak prime Amari at 26 years old. We will talk about Stottemeyer in a bit. Paul, however, is still noteworthy at this phase in his career. He averaged almost 19 points per game in 2011, which for a 33-year-old is extremely impressive. Coming in 7th place, we have Amari Stottemeyer. Now in 2009, the Suns missed the playoffs but made the playoffs in 2008, being a first-round exit though. You can use this as an argument to put Paul ahead of Amari Stottemeyer, and I would put peak prime Amari Stottemeyer above an aged Paul Pierce. Amari Stottemeyer in 2008 averaged over 25 points per game and was an All-NBA second-team player. Landing in 6th place, we have Kevin Garnett. KG was 34 in 2011, but even in his older age, he was still a defensive powerhouse and had a lot of on-court talent. Let's not forget that KG in his prime was an MVP, and in 2011, he averaged about 15 points per game and 9 rebounds per game. I have KG ahead of Paul because while Paul scored more points, I think factoring overall offense and defense would give this edge to Kevin. I have Kevin above Amari for similar reasons, factoring offense and defense, even though Stottemeyer was a better scorer at his prime. But playoff success is also a huge factor as well. The Suns did perform a little bit underwhelming in 2008 and 2009. In 5th place, we have Steve Nash. 2 seasons prior to playing with Shaq, Steve won his 2nd MVP, and while he was entering the back end of his prime, he was still fairly close to his prime. There's no questioning Nash's talent, and had he and Shaq meshed better together, and had the Suns made the playoffs both times with Shaq or made a deeper run in their first playoff stunt, I would have ranked Nash higher, and that likely could be the case in the pure prime ranking. In 4th place is Penny Hardaway. Now, going off of raw talent in their primes, Penny would likely end up much lower on the next list. But in this Shaq-specific list, Penny and Shaq had a really unique chemistry and meshed well with Shaq's style of play. He was Shaq's first All-Star teammate, and together they made it to the finals and had some major success in Orlando. Penny averaged over 25 points per game in the finals, and Penny himself is a 3-time All-NBA player. Penny was a 6'7" point forward, essentially who could easily drop over 20 points per game and 7 assists per game. Coming in 3rd place, we have the Flash, Dwyane Wade. Superman and Flash made a great duo in Miami. Wade, of course, helping Shaq win his 4th championship, and Wade himself being a Finals MVP. While playing with Shaq, Wade averaged over 27 points per game, and if the next 2 spots didn't have all-time GOATs on this list, Wade would have easily been number 1. In 2nd place, we have LeBron James. Now, if we're talking about Shaq-specific All-Stars, this is a really close call between 2010 LeBron and champion Dwyane Wade. But we can't discredit the fact that LeBron in the 2010 season won his 2nd regular season MVP, an award that Wade has never won. And if an MVP LeBron was playing with a much healthier All-Star Shaq who was 32 instead of an aged 37-year-old Shaq, I think LeBron could have much easily won a ring if he had that type of talent by his side. Plus, this duo did make a fair playoff run, and the 2010 Cavs were the best team in the league at a 61-21 record, which is a 74% win percentage. Last, but definitely not least, in 1st place we have Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe is without a doubt the best teammate Shaq ever had. They climbed the highest mountains together, and he's Shaq's longest running All-Star, as they were an All-Star duo for 7 seasons and played together for 8 seasons. They three-peated together, and while you could argue that LeBron ends up as the better player than Kobe overall, I don't think a 2010 pre-champ LeBron is on the same level as a 2002 3-time champ Kobe Bryant. Shaq's greatest teammate ever is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to Kobe. Now, if we were to rank these 12 players in a vacuum in their primes, this is how I would rank them. 12th place, Nick Van Exel. 11th place, Eddie Jones. 10th place, Rajon Rondo. 9th place, Penny Hardaway. 8th place, Amari Stottemeyer. 7th place, Ray Allen. 6th place, Paul Pierce. 5th place, Steve Nash. 4th place, Kevin Garnett. 3rd place, Dwyane Wade. 2nd place, Kobe Bryant, and 1st place, LeBron James. And here's how they stack up alongside the Shaq ranking. 12th place, Nick Van Exel. 11th place, Eddie Jones. 10th place, Rajon Rondo. 9th place, Ray Allen. 8th place, Paul Pierce. 7th place, Amari Stottemeyer. 6th place, Kevin Garnett. 5th place, Steve Nash. 4th place, Penny Hardaway. 3rd place, Dwyane Wade. 2nd place, LeBron James. And 1st place, Kobe Bryant. So these are Shaq's All-Stars from worst to best, or least best to best, since they are all really talented players. Let me know what you think of this list in the comments below. Don't forget to dunk on that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Rebound Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.